Joining us now to talk about how to train your dog is Joel Silverman. He's a celebrity dog trainer. Good morning, Joel.
Good morning. How you guys doing?
We're wonderful. So tell us a little bit about yourself because, of course, we were told you're the better of the dog whisperer. How about that?
Oh, yeah. I was going to say before I get going, what you guys just said, applies to dog training as well. If you set too high goals for yourself and your dog and they are not achieved, people give up. So again, small baby steps. So exactly, it's ironically, what you guys just said before is exactly what applies to dog training too.
Well, look at that. I didn't even know.
That's perfect timing. So tell us a little bit about you and your background with the...
Well, I grew up as a marine mammal trainer. Those pictures in the back of me you see there is I trained killer whales at SeaWorld. So I started in the late 70s and early 80s and spent a lot of my mid 80s doing a lot of marine mammal work, training dolphins, sea lions and killer whales. So a lot of it comes from there. I grew up in Southern California. So I did the Animal Show at Universal Studios in Southern California, went to SeaWorld for a long time, then came back doing the Animal Show at Universal Studios, and that's what got me into training animals from movies, TV shows, and commercials. So I've been a Hollywood dog trainer pretty much my whole life, but got a chance in 1989 while I was doing a TV series, Empty Nest. We were a spinoff of Golden Girls to do a video called the Hollywood Dog Training Program. It was a VHS, big VHS thing. And it was an infomercial, and we sold about 300,000 of those, and that's kind of what got me doing stuff on camera. And about 10 years later, I did a show on Animal Planet called Good Dog You, one of the very first shows on Animal Planet I hosted. And then about 10 years later, I did another show called What Color Is Your Dog, a syndicated TV series. Started writing books, and then more recently, about 6 years ago, Chase Bank contacted me to do play myself in a series of Chase Bank commercials, and so with my dog Duchess rolling over and stuff, with a bunch of dogs rolling over, and her grabbing the receipt at the end of the thing. So, and right now, I just, I've written 5 books. I tour right now with 2 other dog trainers. We're 3 probably the top names, I think, of dog trainers across America. We do I just got back from St. Louis last night, as a matter of fact, and so we do every other month. We're in different huge hotel ballrooms across the United States, Sheratons, and we have 150 trainers, we're doing 150 trainers there, and that's kind of what we do every other month. So,
and you mentioned one of your shows, it dealt with color. Why is it important to know what color your dog is before you start to train them? Well, what's the significance there?
Yeah, and it's not the color of the actual color of your dog. Your dog is given a color based on your dog's personality. And when I try to make it, I try to make it really easy for people. So the closer your dog is to the middle of the spectrum, the easier it is to train. So yellow dog's in the middle, yellow. Then we have an orange dog over here. Orange dog's going to be a little high strung. Red dog's very, very high strung. So orange and red. Then we have a green dog, which is timid and apprehensive, and a blue dog, which is afraid of everything. Greens and blues are more, cooler color dogs. Reds and oranges are warmer color dogs. You would never train a warmer dog like a cooler color dog. The way you walk, talk, move, reward, correct, tools you use, everything you do is like night and day. So if you go into training your dog before you get to know your dog and understand your dog's personality, and you train your dog, every dog the same way, that's really where a lot of people start having problems. So most importantly, develop the bond, develop the love, develop the relationship with your dog, get to know your dog, get your dog in a place where your dog wants to please you, wants to make you happy, then start training your dog, and that builds a really, really awesome foundation. So we're training our dog based on personality.
Well, quickly, can you give us a couple of training tips?
Yeah, a couple things, just really making sure people, when you first get your dog, train your dog to sit, to stay, to lie down, and to come. Those behaviors are really, really super important. Heel's really good down the road, but sit and stay is really, really super important. Sit's a stationary position. It makes things really, really black and white. I like training on something elevated, and something elevated, it's a defined place. It's great because you can start training that stay a little bit further away once the dog is on something elevated. So sit, stay, lie down. Lie down is another stationary position, which is really, really good. It relaxes the dog even more. And of course, come. If the dog is running out the door, you teach your dog to come. If you are teaching your dog to come, or the recall as we call it, you always want to make sure you're using a long training line. That will be your best friend. So long training line is really, really super important in training that and guiding your dog back into you and rewarding your dog for coming to you that way. Positive reinforcement. I use treats to train dogs. People know me know I've been feeding Bill Jack food and the treats for many, many years. Using a treat your dog likes, training your dog with the treat consistently. Once the dog knows the behavior, we start fading out the treat and incorporating tactile rewards, which is petting the dog. If you only use a treat the whole time, you're just basically bribing the dog. So you want to be able to fade out that treat once the behavior is trained.
All right,
well, Joel, thank you so much. It was truly a pleasure.
It was.
Thank you guys very much for having me. Appreciate it.